here we are. Still have missions to do here as well, obviously. Hey.
Awe, are you ready to travel to the fort?
Yes.
The trip will take a few hours.
That's fair enough.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Yes.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Awe.
Wait a minute, you got... What are you doing here?
So many tasks to attend to.
Cool. You're digging a trench? That's cool. That's really cool. I mean, not as a slave. Not that. What I mean is it's cool for the game to have that. Also, I have no idea what the trench is for. And also why he's digging. By himself. They clearly don't put too much effort into their engineering of this place. Then again, the natural defenses of the fort itself make it a really pretty powerful defensive position. But then again, when the airplanes come, they don't. It doesn't matter, because they're exposed. They can have all the lookouts they want.
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
Yeah, neither is Benny, but I couldn't get Benny to join me in the arena. Maybe I will be able to do it now, although I doubt it. So, Caesar.
We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker.
Bulbus.
Was there more for us to discuss?
Yes, a lot of them, in fact. I forgot about... Apparently there is. Tell me about the burned man.
Ah, yes. We are forbidden from speaking his true name. He was a shaman of some kind before he met Caesar, a holy man from out of the Utah. The burned man proved dangerous, unpredictable, and impossible to kill. He helped Caesar form the Legion, but almost led it to destruction.
What can you tell me about the legate?
To call Aeneas ferocious would be an understatement. In battle, he seizes the enemy in his jaws and will not let go. He thinks nothing of suffering losses, so long as the enemy suffers more. Though unsubtle, he is not dim. He detects traps and sets his own. Be glad you will not have to face his judgment. If you are true to Caesar.
It's a real shame that we don't see the legate up until the end of the game. Because not only is he a very imposing character, and honestly, like he could easily be the logo of the game, but he also is a very important character. So much so that a lot of the characters here in the Legion are constantly talking about him, but we just don't see him. It's easy for us to who's this legate, because it's just a title. I don't remember his name, but you can easily disregard his existence until he shows up. Martina said she sold her information to Captain Curtis in the NCR.
I know the captain well. If you wish to be of service, go talk to him. Bear in mind that you are now responsible for guarding the secret of his true allegiance. If the NCR finds out, we'll know how that happened.
Oh. Yeah, I was able to convince the Omerta thugs that crossing the Legion was unwise.
Excellent. Had you simply killed them, the Omertas would have sent another group after Martina eventually. You've saved me the trouble of coming up with a more permanent solution, and Martina is free to go about her business as usual. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Goodbye, then.
Wale.
Before.
And now...
Yes. Do you have something to report?
Yes. About the howitzer. Who needed the howitzer?
Wale.
I don't know that person. Well, we don't really need to be too careful about that. I put a spell on you. I'll do that in a little bit. I need to install the replacement. Sorry. I'll be back.
Hello.
Who said that? So, replace the firing mechanism. Inform Lucius.
Yes. Do you have something to report?
Absolutely. Your howitzer is operational.
Well done. Excellent work. This will prove useful in the coming battle against the NCR. The NCR, they can use their snipers, and this time, we'll be waiting for them.
I'm sure you will.
Wale.
Absolutely. And now I'm accepted by the Legion. Folks have come to accept you for your helpful nature. That doesn't sound like what the Legion would accept me for. At all. But it is in this case. Okay, so first off, I need to go to the NCR. I wonder what would happen if I did that mission with Boone. He probably would freak out. He probably would actually shoot me and try to kill me if I did it in any way related to the Legion. But the important thing is...
Right behind you, boss.
I still don't have the platinum chip, which I believe is the reason... No, I don't know if it is the reason or not why I can fast travel out of here. Either way, we have a mission, and we'll do it. I put a spell on you. See if you can assist Captain Curtis in his operation at Camp McCarran. Really? Well, I can't fast travel, so we need to go through the front.
Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove?
Yes.
Very well.
And I got my stuff. Good. And now we can fast travel to Camp McCarran. We can hear the monorail making noise. Hello, everybody. Who do I need to talk to? Somebody who's below us. Behind this door? Excuse me. Hi. I was gonna say, you really don't want to talk to me. Ronald Curtis.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Yes, what do you do here?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company, but since General Oliver has Bravo, and has most of the forces garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked out to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy, hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
Huh. For sure. And he's a character where only two options show up if you're not doing the mission for the Legion. The what do you do here and the goodbye. And the what do you do here is basically him being a bold-faced liar. I know who you are. I'm working for the Legion too.
Christ, keep it down. You want to blow the whole thing? We've worked years for this. Maybe it's good you're here. She knows about the leaks and I'm supposed to find the spy for him. At first I couldn't believe my luck, but since I haven't produced results, for obvious reasons, I feel him looking at me differently now. Maybe he's just thinking about putting someone else in charge. Either way, it's bad for me, especially once this next part goes down.
I think I remember doing the mission where I killed him. If you talk to General Shu. How many years have you been on this assignment?
Took me 3.5 years just to make captain. Usually takes 4. But I made sure there was an early vacancy. Caesar sees threats before they're even aware of him. He sent me long before we moved to occupy the Eastern Riverbank. And now, all my work, all the waiting, is about to pay off.
What next part?
If you haven't noticed, the NCR bolsters its presence on the strip from here, sends troopers on the monorail in shifts. The monorail lets them occupy 2 positions for the price of 1. It's immune to raiders and other hindrances on the ground. If someone were to cut that line, both positions would be much weaker, fragile. They know this, and they watch it like hawks. But I've been here a long time. I've learned everything there is to know about it, and I'm going to blow up that train.
If you're going to blow it up, what do you need my help for?
I told you, I think they're starting to suspect me. You're gonna help me cast away those suspicions. You're gonna put the bomb on that train. I won't be anywhere near that train, and witnesses will see that. Then, we'll pin this on a scapegoat.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I'd planned on disappearing after this operation. It'd be a matter of time before they traced it to me. Figured out I was a Frumentarius. With your help, maybe I can stay on after all. Make plans for something grander.
The scapegoat isn't me, is it?
I wouldn't do that. Unless I didn't have better options anyway, and I do.
Tell me what I need to do.
I have the explosives stashed in a trash can. You'll find it near the ticketing counter along with some incriminating documents. You'll pick them up and make your way upstairs to the monorail terminal. They change the guard there at 0900 and 1800 hours. There'll be a small window where there's no one guarding the train.
What do I do when I'm at the train?
Put the bomb in one of the vents inside the train. You'll need to look towards the back wall, to the joint that connects the cars. arm it, and get out of there. I've also left some bomb ingredients in there with the explosives. Take those to the footlocker of a private Crenshaw. Crenshaw's a problem child. Lots of run-ins with his superiors. It'll be easy for them to believe he's working for the Legion.
Is that everything?
Report him to Colonel Shu. Do that, and you'll be free and clear. Oh, and Crenshaw should be dead before you report him. Don't leave any chance for him to deny the bombings. Just say he pulled a gun on you. I've got him on guard duty. He'll be patrolling the tarmac just inside the south gate, and I reassigned the other guard, so he should be alone.
So where do I find his footlocker?
His footlocker's in the barracks in the main concourse.
Okay, it's kind of complicated. It's really complicated, but it makes sense. This is a pivotal moment in the NCR. I'm gonna do something that is likely very ambitious. Understood. I'll go and pick up the explosives.
Good. Try to plant the explosives quietly if you can. It'll make both our lives easier. First things first, go offer your services to Colonel Shu. Tell him you'll work independently to find the leak. He's running out of options. He'll accept, unless you give him a reason not to. If he doesn't, don't be surprised if you're the new scapegoat. Just don't fuck this up.
Okay, goodbye then.
See you later.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Raul, you're not gonna tell anybody about what you saw here today. Because what... Oh, sorry, I just bumped into the ball. What I'm about to do is I'm gonna get Boone. We're gonna get Boone, and we're gonna do missions for the NCR. Because I think it's better that way. That way those two missions coincide, and we can see both of them at the same time. And of course I'm gonna betray the NCR. I think that's the last mission for the NCR as well.
Never been a big fan of gangs like the Fiends, boss. I'm glad they're gone.
Yes, I killed them all. That's true. Yeah. See you later.
Good call.
Yeah. Where's Boone? Boone is here, right? Veronica. If they have power armor, it's hard to know who they are. Hey, Boone.
If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's working with some dog of the Legion. You've got some explaining to do.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. It's, I'm infiltrating the organization. I have to gain their trust.
If you want me to stick around, that ends now. I don't care what the reasons are. I will not help the Legion. Ever. Got it?
Very... Yes. Absolutely.
All right. But we better not have to have this talk again.
Don't worry. We're definitely not.
Is it time?
Yes.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. So, didn't mean to take my arms out, don't worry. So, then obviously I have my power fist. It's not my power fist, it's my pushy. It's number 1. There we go. So, now that we have Boone, we're going to do...
See you around.
Yeah, see you later, Veronica. So, we're going to do missions for the NCR. We're going to go to Camp McCarran. We, of course, have done a lot of missions for the NCR already. But specifically, we're going to do missions for the NCR here in the terminal. Because we haven't really talked to many people in here. And certainly not to Colonel Shu. Or whatever. General Shu? I don't know. But there was one thing that I was really interested in. My dehydration level has increased. That was one thing that I was really interested in. What?
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I've heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
I don't think I've seen one of them either. He pointed over here.
Go right ahead, Trooper.
But I don't think this is the way. To the Mojave Wasteland. This is the outside of world. I think this is actually where the monorail is. It is where the monorail is. Very important for me to know. We can take the monorail to the strip. I think this takes us back, or takes us up to, well, where the NCR, not enclave, but that their place is, where all the people are and all that. So, that's not where I want to go. I want to go because they have a prisoner. And I sort of said, no, don't talk to me about that. I can come back later, and I will. I mean, now is later. It's here, I think. Excuse me.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now.
Right.
Boy, is she pissed.
Yeah, excuse me. Hi.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Yeah, I thought, didn't I talk to you before? Who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it?
Laura Bailey, that's who you are.
It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I think you need some help, I think.
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
No, is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Have you tried calling him hurtful names?
Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Yeah, why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Okay, let's get started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Sounds good.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Yeah, I need to open that.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Okay. Hey. I think my companions are on the other side, dude. Okay. Well, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but I have a power fist, and you really don't want to meet it. So let's Let's see what this is gonna do. Hey.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
I'm with the Legion. I'm here to kill you before you talk.
You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers.
Legum servi sumus. We are both slaves to Caesar's law, and you are in violation.
No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead.
You're a danger to him alive. Your knowledge threatens him.
I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust.
Caesar's laws are absolute. He does not grant exceptions.
You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place.
So in addition to treason, you're also a deserter.
No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
Don't say it out loud. Hey.
All that shouting. Honestly, Celus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
I'm not.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Yeah, yes.
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Celus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Celus. Carry on.
Lieutenant! You don't have to do this.
Did you honestly believe you could escape death?
If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of the Legion, as I see it. I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination, I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely. I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command.
Headaches? That's really interesting.
I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar's camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire will crumble.
If his empire falls, it'll probably be because his centurions are so gullible.
What? What do you mean?
You've been tricked, Silas. I'm working with the NCR. I just got you to talk.
No, you slimy bastard. Nothing I've said will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion. This camp and everyone in it will burn.
Did I do it? I did it. Is she coming in? She's off.
Get away from me.
Well, I suppose I will. Hey, I did it.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately, by the way?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
Anders. We've met an Anders before. What else can you tell me about him?
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
Yes, I will do that. What about the break-ins?
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry. but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can check it out?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. Just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
You also said there have been some thefts?
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
I'll keep an eye out for the missing supplies.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Sounds good. I'll see you later.
Yep. See you around.
Well, that went really nicely. He doesn't even say anything. I am kind of concerned. Speaking of which, you need to follow me, right? Yeah. You're not following me? Interesting, you are. Either way, I am kind of concerned that I might not be able to do the bombing for the Legion and still keep Boone in my party. So hopefully I'll do Boone's side quest somehow and then do that part for the Legion. I'm really not sure how his side quest works. We've been around here a little bit before. MP confiscated goods trunk. We don't really need it. So we're not going to open it. Ooh, good water. Lovely. I do think I've explored everything. There's not a whole lot in the airport. Hey, fellas?
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
McCarran concourse. Oh my god.
Colonel Shu really knows what he's doing. Now, if only someone explained to old General Wait and See Oliver.
General Wait and See Oliver. We do need to go to the camps to... What's going on? We do need to go to the camps to talk to everybody. But I didn't realize there was another area. What's going on?
Did the Colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind.
You look upset. What's wrong?
I know. I've been crying. Stupid. I'm supposed to be a soldier. My husband, he's a ranger, and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain.
How did he die?
He was out on patrol. Bunch of drugged-up fiends attacked them. Esteban laid down cover fire while the others fell back. One of the men saw him get shot. He didn't die, though. Not then. They tried to go back for him, but there were too many fiends and they had to pull out. Damn savages chased them halfway to McCarran.
And no one else will help you?
His best friend, Jackson, tried. Didn't even get permission from his CO, so it could have cost him a lot. But he never came back.
It seems strange that the NCR wouldn't do their best to retrieve a fallen comrade.
Colonel says he can't spare the men to bring Esteban back home. And the fiends, they put all kinds of mines and traps around his body. Snipers, too.
I'll recover your husband's body.
Mister, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. I don't want anybody else dying on my account. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the REPCON headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is.
Okay. Map marker has been added. I will take care of the very, very pressing bomb situation very soon.